Hello, my name is Morten. I am a senior support consultant here at ClickLearn. What I'd like to talk to you about today is how you can organize your different ClickLearn recordings, books, and shelves within ClickLearn Studio, and also how you can collaborate on recordings with your colleagues. Now, in ClickLearn Studio, you have a lot of files here, and it can quickly become a bit of a mess. So what you can do is that you can use the filtering method. We called it a project filter. You can use that to filter out specific ClickLearn recordings that you want to have a look at. So up here you can see I have a lot of ClickLearn how-to, different guides I've made. So I'm going to just select these guys here, and I'm going to right click, go to properties, and I'm going to say that yes, I want to add all these to the ClickLearn how-to project, and click OK. Now all these files are now in the ClickLearn how-to project. If I want to just show that, I'll go to here, this connector button, and I'll say I want to see this project filter. There we go. Then I'll only see these recordings. And to remove it, I just click again. So let's say I wanted to add a new filter for this guy, these two here. That's something else. So let's say properties, and instead of using the drop down menu, I can just give it a name. So let's say this is Windows how to, and the connector, I could change that as well if I thought it was something else. This is good, this is Windows. I'll click OK, and these two now have this this project association. Another way of doing it is to completely load a different file list in ClickLearn. And the way you can do that is to go to Tools Preferences, and in the Troubleshoot tab, you can use the path for recording lists. In here you can load a completely different set of recordings based on how you specified these. So what you do here, you just specify a path. Let me just go ahead and grab the right path, if I can remember where it is. 1 second. ClickLearn, there we go. Here, so ClickLearn Studio file list. So I've made 3 different sets. I've made the ClickLearn how-tos, an IFS, and some nav stuff. So let's pretend I want to look at my nav stuff. I'll just click OK here. You can then see the path change, and when I click OK, it's going to think about it, and then it's going to load up my nav recordings. This is without use of any filters or anything. This is just a completely different set of recordings that are preloaded into ClickLearn Studio. And to reverse, I can just go ahead, clear this one out, and then we'll then reverse to the defaults. So how these file lists work, if we just quickly go and pop one open, I'll show you. 1 second. So it's just an XML file. Let me just open that up in Internet Explorer. There we go. Right, so here you can see what it does. It references the recording name, and it tells me where it's stored. That's pretty much all it is. Just telling you where it's stored, who made it, etc. And it has a few different properties, like if it's been replayed and all these kind of things, what connectors use and all that. So that's pretty much what it is. It's just an index of the recordings that you want to have open within ClickLearn Studio. So moving on to collaboration with colleagues, a question I'm often asked is, how do I open a recording that my colleague has done? So let's say you're storing these on a network share. I'll go to File, Open. I'll browse to my network share, which I have here. This is my company. I've organized this in books, recording, shelves. So I'll go into recordings. I have some different functional areas because my authors, they have each of their area they focus on. And we have in HR, we have Jane and Bob. So let's pretend I'm Bob and I want to see Jane's recording. I'll just go into her folder and click File, Open, and there it is. I now have her recording open here, which is an IFS 10 recording. Please bear in mind that there is no check-in, check-out feature with this. So it's if we both have the same recording open, it's the last person who saves the recording that quote-unquote wins. So you better keep that in mind. I hope you learned something from today's lesson. And if you have any questions or any ideas, just put it in the comments below, or shoot us an email at support@clicklearn.com. And as always, have a great day.